Okay, so it seems that we have some really good news for the Super Easy that potentially might come for the GP version of the Goku Black celebration. Now, I don't believe the celebration news is posted just yet. No, it doesn't seem like it is. But what's happening here is Proton did find this in the data, right? When a card gets a Super Easy, nothing changes in their animation scripts. But a few things were still changed for the old physical Goku Black. Now, usually, when they change some stuff in the scripts of the card, like the animation scripts, it's because they're adding, let's say, the EZA effect, with the lightning bolts around them, like the gold lightning around it, stuff like that, right? They added to the card animation. But they also do change sometimes super attack scripts or stuff about the card in general in the database, something that we're not able to see really just in game, right? But Proton did see this and changes for STR EZA Kefla, which we know is the EZA for the celebration normally in the first half. So it seems that based on this, physical Goku Black is very likely to be the Super EZA coming out. And I did feel like this was very possible because of the fact that it just would make sense, right? I mean, if we take a look at like the EZAs that came out in terms of their order, like they're not gonna be going by order per se, right? We got physical Kid Buu for the Buu Saga celebration instead of Ultimate Gohan right here, even though we got an LR Ultimate Gohan, right? But this is the earliest Future Saga Dokkan festival here in terms of like Goku Black Saga, and I think it would make a lot of sense for this guy to actually end up getting his Extreme Z Awakening. Him with the Physical Rose really wants a Rainbow Key Sphere Changer, and I did talk about this a little bit. So again, this guy is different on Global and GP. Don't ask me how they're gonna handle things. I could not tell you. I actually genuinely could not tell you how they're gonna make things different between the both of them. I don't know if they're gonna like I don't know what they're gonna do to make things different between the two of them, or maybe they won't be different at all. I mean, maybe the GP one would be slightly higher in stats to even out the stat difference itself here, because Global has 18,000 attack, 10,000 defense. We see GP has 16.4k attack and 10,000 defense. At least the defense stat still the same. Is the HP stat higher? It is, right? So the attack and HP stat are both higher. I mean, by 1,500 attack, man, that's a lot, man. That's a lot of attack that's missing on this guy. But regardless, for JP, this guy right here will be very useful, and even for Global when he comes in the future. The biggest issue is that he only changes Rainbow Key Spheres if you're facing a Goku family category enemy. And there's not really Goku family category enemies besides, like, okay, we have Beast Gohan, for example, right? Is a really tough Goku family category enemy. UI Goku fight is not like easy, but it's not like super mega tough. The Beast Gohan fight, that's movie memorial. But then, like, that's it. There's not really another Goku family fight that we're like, oh god, this Goku Black, he's always gonna get his Rainbow Orb changing, because he's not always gonna get his Rainbow Orb changing, things like that, right? So we do want to keep that in mind, that his Rainbow Orb changing needs to be changed and updated in some way. Now, I think there's a couple of ways they could do this. One, they could maybe make it so that, he's able to Rainbow Orb change if you have another Super Bosses category ally rotation. Now, obviously, that's not going to be like the ideal scenario, because like Super Bosses itself is not really a super good team. But the thing about this is that obviously Physical Rose is a Super Bosses leader. All this guy's like partners are also Super Bosses category characters, such as, let's say, the Attack Fusion Zamasu here, Physical Rose, this guy being Rainbow Orb Changer with Broly Trio on the team could be really nasty, right? Physical Rose runs Rainbow Key Spheres, stuff like that will be very, very useful for this guy to be a consistent Rainbow Orb Changer on the Super Bosses team. And again, like I said, all of his partners are Super Bosses category characters, so he is going to really be able to eat off of, it's going to be basically a free kind of restriction, more or less, right? We're gonna be able to see that very consistently go through, so that's a good thing. Now, this guy is a nuker character, so we definitely need like start of turn attack. This is kind of silly. He gets key 1 with each attack received. I mean, get this guy like guard. You can make this like key 2 and 30% attack and defense up to like 100% or something. And then that could be really good up to like, yeah, key 2 up to key 6. 30% attack and defense, I don't know, even up to like 90% attack and defense, right? Or, you know, 40% attack and defense up to 120%. That'll multiply against this right here. Give him a 3-turn supporting buff for extreme class characters. He does greatly lower attack, which is very massive. So if he gets some sort of additional super attack in his kit, and he could greatly lower attack multiple times. Again, like I said, give him guard because he's physical. So physical characters, you know, may have a little bit of an issue. But then it's a thing where if you get him a lot of key spheres and he is guard, and he has his multiplicative buff that builds up, he could potentially be like a pretty nice slot 1 character, especially if he has damage reduction before he attacks like the Rose does on top of that. Like that could be pretty nasty. I think this physical Goku Black has a really good shot at being a really, really good character. So that is awesome if that's going to be the case. But we'll have to wait and see exactly what he's going to be looking like. Now, I want to take a look here. Did I receive any like responses here? Best case scenario, Super Boss is desperate. Global L. I mean, yeah, it does suck for global, but Super EZAs weren't even a thing at the time Physical Rose came out. And this Super EZA is going to be coming. Okay, keep in mind, the Super EZA is not going to be coming out until after the Part 2 LR is out. So this is going to likely be a character in the second half of the month, and won't be part of the Rose celebration that Global had, but it'll be part of Part 2 that Global never got. So it makes sense. It's still a Global L, but it's not a thing where they're just adding it to the original celebration per se. It's just the second half where this guy is going to come out with whatever the Part 2 LR is, which, you know, if this guy's going to EZA not the Int Blue Vegeta, or this guy's going to get a Super EZA, sorry, then I can see the Part 2 LR being the Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta that does the beatdown against Goku Black, right, which is the same scene as the Int Blue Vegeta. Again, I thought this guy made a ton of sense to be the next Super EZA. Super bosses could really use the help. Though it would be funny if the LR is also base form Goku Black. That's not definitely impossible. The changes are pretty sure to be at the same level as Global after Super EZA, since Global has the better one. Yeah, again, Global, at the very least, Global's has a really good shot at just being a better version. So even though it sucks that it's coming at a later time, the Global version will be stronger. I don't know why. Oh yeah, Super Boss is on Global. Why is it crossed off here? I don't know why it's crossed off here. I don't know, that's weird. Okay, but in the wiki it's crossed off. That's weird. Let's see. Good news. Yeah, again, is there any like thoughts here? People were thinking that it was going to be the Int Blue Vegeta, and I was right. Super easy want to happen. Yeah, again, Tech Fusions of Masu, eventually Physical Black, the AJ Rose, and this is the Blue Vegeta I was talking about earlier, where people were thinking he could Super EZA, but I assume his scripts probably would have been changed as well. That would have likely been a thing. So yeah. Again, we'll see what's gonna happen. Yeah, someone said Esther Rosie. No, I doubt Esther Rosie wouldn't get one as well. But again, I want to take a look one last time here just to make sure there's no other comments. But that seems to be it. So I want you guys to let me know in the comments below. What do you want to see from the physical Goku Black Super EZA? I mean, just to take one last look at the existing Super EZAs, what else could they add to this guy's kit? I mean, I don't really care about him becoming a damage dealer or support. He's kind of like a mix of both. I mean, they gave Gotenks dodge and damage reduction, right? If you take a look here, Gotenks, when he's at 11 key or under, has when he's at 11 key specifically, has 50% reduction. Then he has 50% chance dodge baseline. This guy has dodge in his kit. Kid Buu has damage reduction in his kit. So they do add these really strong defensive mechanics to these characters. So again, give this guy, yeah, literally like make him like get, I don't know, let's say 20% attack and defense per keystone obtained even. Then let him build up to like, I don't know, 120% attack and defense, this multiplicative stats, because this would be start of turn, and then that would give him pretty huge numbers. Then give him guard, because he has to receive attacks. Then on top of that, make him get like 20% reduction, 30% reduction before he receives an attack, plus the guard. And like this, if he gets a lot of keystones, he could potentially slot 1 for physical Rose. I think that'd be really cool. And then this again, randomly changes keystones of a certain type to physical, then an extra 5% attacking defense per keystone obtained if there's a Goku family enemy, or if, let's say, there's another super bosses category ally under rotation. Or maybe it's like if they really wanted to do full rotation super bosses, that wouldn't be ideal. I would like it to just be one other super bosses category ally in rotation. That's all that's really needed, but I'm just rambling at this point. I just made a whole kit concept. Keep in mind, super attack effect likely is not going to change. I don't think they need to change them. They give these characters plenty in their actual kit itself to where it's not that big of a deal, but he is greatly lowering attack, which is probably, no, it is, that's not even probably, it is definitely the most useful super attack effect of all the super easy A's so far, because the rest of them don't really do anything too great. I mean, massively raised attack for the turn is pretty good. It adds a good amount of damage, but I think I'd prefer the great lower attack. So let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you all next time.